What's going on YouTube? More Fatal Fury. I gotta say, this was on my bingo card this morning. This is a skit from MEGA64. If you guys aren't familiar with MEGA64, they do skits and stuff like that on their YouTube. I believe they also have like a podcast and whatnot. I've heard of them, and they've done a lot of neat things from what I've seen in terms of other games and other little parodies and whatnot. So it looks like they have a collaboration going on here with SNK for Fatal Fury, because it says live action official here. So it's definitely official. I'm very curious to see what's going on here, because we got, I love me some geese. So I'm definitely curious what's going on here with this. It's already looking a little funny, but let's take a look at this and see what's going on here.
Hey, come on!
You cannot escape from death.
Round one.
Okay. Hello?
What?
Okay?
Terry?
No, I said, are you okay?
Terry? You're not Terry.
No.
Sir, do you need help up?
I need no help. I will be Terry Bogard myself if it's the last thing I ever do. I'll find my way back up that tower and give him the rematch of a lifetime.
He got the chain and everything. Oh, he made it back?
I'll stain my hands with your blood.
Power!
Again?
Is the tower back this way? Do you know? No, I'll defeat Terry myself. By my own fist.
Oh, shit.
You cannot defeat. No. Owie! Ow! Owie! Ow! Hello! Owie!
Again? April 24, 1925, Geese Howler died alone on the pavement after suffering 48 falls.
Rev it up.
Oh, wow.
Fury.
Okay.
City of the Wolves.
Okay.
Fatal
Okay,
Fury
SNK,
City of
I
the
see
Wolves
you.
Launches on April 24th. By picking up the game, the Season 1 pass is included at no additional cost. Pre-order by April 21st to get up to 3 days of early access and receive the Fatal Fury 2 Terry DLC costume.
Okay. Alright, I see you. I will say there are some neat Easter eggs here. I mean, it's very common. If you're new to Fatal Fury, this is very common what happens to Geese, like literally like every game. He literally gets knocked off of Geese Tower. And then, boom. And then, he comes back. It's interesting because, like, I've always imagined, like, Billy Kane being at the bottom of Geese Tower with, like, a trampoline waiting for Geese to hit the ground. Like, hey, man, I'm about to box Terry. You might want to ready the trampoline in case I get, knocked off the building. Billy, roger that. As soon as he gets knocked out, Billy, get the trampoline ready. ETA 15 seconds. You know what I mean? It gives him coordinates and whatnot, and he falls into it and then bounces back. So it's kind of interesting seeing that they did this. And then the "Are you okay?" The "Are you okay?" meme there is pretty good. And I don't know, this was a bit extra. This is definitely a bit extra going out in public but then climbing back up to run it back again is kind of like representative of like every other Fatal Fury. Because like some games, I think Fatal Fury 1 he gets knocked down. I think Fatal Fury 1 he gets knocked down with the power wave.
Power!
And then like Fatal Fury 3, I want to say it's the burnt knuckle. So it's interesting. This is kind of how I've always felt Geese was to like come back. Like maybe he fell in the dumpster and it's like, okay, cool, we back. But you know, I mean, Geese has too much class. But you know, for what it's worth, this is a pretty cool skit. I do like the fact that SNK is like going like literally all out of their way to try to like market this game to like a lot of people. And if you think about the public marketing that's being done here, like it's someone dressed up as Geese Howard. Nope. Sorry, that was funny too. But I feel like they're doing this to try to get like Fatal Fury out there. And what better way than to use people who are already make, you know, real life skits and whatnot. So I think this is like, it's pretty interesting to say the least. It's not unheard of that people go out in the real world and make skits, you know, and get kind of recognized for it. So I can see like how MEGA64 going out here doing this, doing what they're doing, kind of like could work well for Fatal Fury, especially with some of the locations in which they were at. You know, think about it. This is supposed to represent like, I guess, Southtown, right? Think about it. They did it over here. Let's see here. There's a Starbucks. I guess this is, I'm assuming this is like a library of some kind, I guess. But then there's also little tidbits here. They obviously have the date of the release of the game, April 24th. And then the 1925. This is sort of a throwback. I remember seeing this on Twitter. Someone mentioned this. This is actually a throwback. I believe it was a Gal Win quote. Shout out to Gal Win quote. But it's a throwback to like when you, I think if you reset a cabinet, if you reset the MVS board for like the old SNK games, it dials it back to 1925, if I recall right, or something to that effect. But I mean, that's a pretty neat little Easter egg if you're really like paying attention. And since they filmed this in San Diego, San Diego Museum of Art, okay, you know, Southtown. I guess also they're also pushing this here with The Nightmare Never Ends, which kind of leads me to believe, I've already said in the previous reaction to the thing with I Show Speed, that I kind of anticipate, you know, there is gonna be a Geese Howard of some kind in City of the Wolves. I don't know how or when. Maybe he'll be in the story mode, maybe he'll be playable. I'm hoping he's playable because I love me some Geese. But you know, the roster's already cool right now as we speak. You know, we just got Hoka tomorrow and whatnot, but this is kind of interesting. The prologue of the newborn legend. I don't know. There's probably more Easter eggs here. You know, this is definitely a throwback to Real Bout 2. At the end of Real Bout 2, you know, Geese gets knocked off again. And this is actually in the intro of Mark of the Wolves, where Terry reaches out and was like, hey, come on. No. That's basically like the intro of like that game. So like, I don't know. I really like the little small tidbits that were done here. Like, I could appreciate it. Especially this being a hella throwback to Fatal Fury 1. So I could appreciate it. Obviously the hey, come on, I'll stain my hands with your blood, that's clearly from CVS 2. But I think what's also neat is like they got the majority of things correct. I mean, Terry Bogart's not a very hard character to cosplay, obviously. Then the Geese, the person playing Geese, the fit is, I gotta give it to him. The cosplay is pretty good. It's pretty good, gotta give it to him. He's got the Geese stance and all. So yeah, all in all, I thought this was pretty cool. But either way, talk to me in the comments below how you guys feel about this. I like this little new marketing tactic they're doing here for Fatal Fury. working with other YouTubers and other, like, you know, small film creators to kind of garner, you know, more of an audience. I ain't gonna lie, this is definitely, this was beyond my this was not what I expected, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, talk to me in the comments below. Let me know. And I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. You know what time it is. Play more fighting games. All right. Peace.